Almost. We are live, everybody. Hey, welcome to Habanos Saturday. We are totally live. Welcome to the show. We're glad you can make it. Thank you very much. Riza and I are just talking about life in general and seeing what's going on as we wait for Princess to show up. So we know the fans will be showing up momentarily. And there you go. We do this beginning stuff for us. There you have it.
We have a mild topic for the show today. Actually, it's more than mild. There's my curiosity and interest in the Habanos Festival coming up next month in Havana, Cuba, has been brewing as of late. And I don't know if you've been there. I haven't been there, and I thought at least one of us perhaps has been there, and that would be Usman.
Well, you know what the problem is? They don't invite us. They don't invite us. They invite Usman. They're like, Usman, Bobby, you should come. And they're like, Usman, we love you. The other two, not so much. So they invite Usman.
For your info, I have an invite.
Oh, really?
I do have an invite.
Excuse me. You know what they are? Anti-Semitic. That's the problem. And plus, I'm in America.
They're anti-dentites. They're anti-dentites. If you remember the Seinfeld episode where everyone's anti-dentist, they're
anti-dentists. Yes, I think they're just anti-Semitic. They're like, we don't need to.
I think you're wrong. I think you're wrong, by the way. I think Habanos World is run by Jews.
I know it is. I'm just joking. I didn't get my invite.
Mild distraction. Mild misdirection. In fact,
I'm just trying to I'm just trying to help out. But no, I didn't get my invite this year. I'm not high enough on the Habanos list of celebrity to get an invite to go, because for me it's like a 4-hour plane ride. I could be there, but God forbid I didn't get an invite.
From Tampa, maybe next year. 3 hours.
From New York it's 3 hours. Yeah, from Tampa it's 90 minutes. From Monte Carlo, then we take the JetBlue, as we like to call it, and we fly in, and then we bring back cigars to Monte Carlo.
Or if you were in the cigar industry, you would start calling it JetBleu.
JetBleu. Yes, like LA Bleu. Excuse me, I'm going to fly a little JetBleu. So anyway, depending on where I am, when the Habanos Festival is, I would have gone, but I didn't get my invite this year. So yes, because I'm scum apparently, and so I got it.
My curiosity at this Habanos Festival has peaked on many different levels.
Because I'm scum?
One of the questions that's in my head, and I'm hoping Usman will actually attend this show, as he's
it'd be nice if Princess showed up, because I had to run the credits.
I'm speculating, I put this up on my story on alizard.cigars.
Yeah, right there, over there.
I'm speculating as to who might be Ombre Habano this year, and let me remind you folks, that's the person who Habanos sees fit to have contributed the most, and an expectation that they will continue to contribute to the communications of media communications of Cuban cigars, Habanos cigars, on social media, or however, or the education thereof, or on YouTube, or whatever.
We did a whole series for them called Habanos History that covered all 27 cigar brands. We talk about them all the time. And you two get invites. I'm telling you, they don't like the Jew. That's it.
Well, one of the things I like that we do is we don't chest beat about it too much. That's right? True. Okay. I feel a certain level of with other social media providers. I mean, they do it for a living. They do it because they're very keen on it. I won't use words like passionate. There's overly used words, but they're very keen on it. They know what they're doing. They're enthusiastic about it. Dare I say they're aficionados and aficionados, right? Okay, so we do it because we just like to talk about this kind of stuff amongst ourselves. And if it's educational, wonderful. And if it's not, it's not. But the whole point was to give a wider audience a slice of what people, when they sit down and talk about cigars, what they actually talk about, right? Okay, without any real filter. And I was having this conversation with, I've had this conversation with you for a long while. It's getting more and more important, if you know what I mean.
Wow, important. That's my kind of English. Thank you.
Importanter. It's getting importanter and importanter, primarily because we've got all these personalities coming onto the show, including yourself. And I'm just thinking, at some stage, I want someone on the show who's not really in the cigar world as it is, but is a cigar smoker,
Arnold.
maybe a celebrity, maybe
Arnold.
Arnie. Well, Arnie, you know, his reputation precedes him. Would he come on a show? I don't know.
I spoke to Arnie the other day. Me and Tommy were hanging out, you know, because we're tight. And I said, Arnie, you should come on the show. He just says it's a little too early for him because, you know, right now it's 4 a.m. in California and Arnold can't come on at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Well, he visits Europe from time to time. Maybe we can coordinate with him. We can have an AI Arnie. Once this technology comes up to speed, we can have an AI Arnie. Like we have an AI me from time to time.
That's true. We did invite Donnie because he wants me to be the Cuban cigar czar. No, the other Donnie, the Trump, the orange man. We invited Donnie, and Donnie said once he invades Cuba and I become cigar czar, he'll come on the show to talk about that.
It's timely you mentioned Donald Trump, Mr. Trump. Yeah, right. It's timely because I put up a bit of a
I know you did
and poking story about my guesses for who could be Ombre Habano, who could be, who should be, if you know what I mean. Like sort of like there's a mild humorous element to it, if I say so myself. Yeah.
Oh, it was hysterical. Can I tell you? We laughed, we cried. It was beautiful.
And well, Donald Trump has already, by proxy, won a Nobel Peace Prize.
Kind of, yeah.
He's brought to close many, many global conflicts. And I'm looking forward to the point where he takes over the Cuban cigar industry.
Awesome.
He'll grab it by the humidor, if you know what I mean.
Oh, he'll grab something by the humidor.
He'll grab it by the humidor, shake it up, and I feel that in the next year, you folks will be having the benefit of smoking Cuban cigars whenever you feel like it, willy-nilly.
Oh, can I tell you, I talked to Donnie, and that is very, that is very true, by the way. Donnie did say that we will be smoking Cuban cigars by the end of the year, and I would be the cigar czar.
There's an easy way for that to happen. You just challenge Mr. Trump. You say, Mr. Trump,
I already did.
You can't get everyone to smoke Cuban cigars.
He's not a cigar smoker, and he doesn't drink alcohol. He just likes, you know.
No, but the dominance.
No, I got that. But
the thing that you can't do, he wants to do. Right?
I did. I told him. I said, first of all, if you invade Cuba, you need a good cigar czar. Hence, that would be me. Second, I said, you want to piss off.
You remind me of? You know who you remind me of? You remind me of Lex Luthor in Superman 1. If you remember.
The real Superman. You mean Gene Hackman character.
Gene
Hackman. There you go.
No, sorry, not Superman 1. Not Superman. Superman 2.
Right.
You know when the three...
three aliens come. Yeah.
Right.
And,
and Zod says, what do you want in return for this favor? He said, I want Australia.
Yeah.
You remember?
Yeah.
So it's like, can I have Cuba, please?
But see, when I talked to Donnie, because we're tight, I said, Donnie, if you invade Cuba and we take over the cigar industry from the Cubans and we sell Cuban cigars in America, that means China doesn't get cigars, and Xi and the boys are going to be upset. Now, I told Panda that, and he was very upset about
There's a devious brain behind that mild manner of yours. You've already worked out the strategy there. It's the only way the rationale of having the Cuban cigars is that no one else can have them, really.
Correct, and that's what I said to him. I said, Donnie, baby, Americans.
It's called in English, the expression was, or an idiom, I guess, is to be a dog in the manger.
Yes.
You want the manger, not because you want it. You just don't want anyone else to have it. That's all.
That's when I collect things. I want to buy something somebody else.
I think the thinking of global leaders such as Donald Trump can be reduced to more basic and understandable terms by use of idioms and metaphors.
I agree.
Because they're old school. And the younger crowd just simply don't learn these things at school anymore.
They don't learn, period. Anymore.
They I don't know where I'm going.
Some of them don't know horses. No, they know no mares.
Anymore. My God.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, it's been sent to me. He's coming. So the one, the only, the princess is on its way.
Are you playing the music?
And here we go. She is coming. Oh, princess is on her way. And we're going to roll the intro. Well,
that's one hell of a build-up.
It's princess. I got to do something for her. All right.
Roll the intro.
No, then we'll bring Prince.
This is 2OF Entertainment.
Welcome to Habanos Saturday, the fastest growing cigar show on YouTube with over 100,000 subscribers. Come join us every Saturday live.
And ladies and gentlemen, there she is, direct from blah, 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 blah. Princess is with us, and Cigarland says hello, and the Cigarland analyst says, I'm a DJ. Well, thank you, Cigar analyst. That's better known as
Hi, Ali and Urs and whoever else is watching.
The whole world watches this show. Let's just be honest. Between the podcast and everything is on. Usman's trying to get himself on Instagram, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. He's on Instagram. He's very excited. He's lighting up the hashish today. So this is going to be great. His house will be raided in no time. So Usman, we're talking about the Habanos Festival. But before we do that, as he dropped his cigar, that was very classy. That's a short, by the way. You dropping that before
the fumble.
Yeah, the fumble, boom, boom. That's going to be a short. In fact, that's the new opening for next week's show. Before we get into the show, Riza and I were speaking, and we have to ask.
We were talking. Wow.
Well, I know it's hard to believe, but we were discussing, and we said, we do need to ask Princess this question. Riza would like
Riz?
Riz? What now?
Is that a Trinidad Riz? I think it is.
Okay. Let's get to the question first, then we'll get to the cigar. Riza would like to move the time of the show, if it's possible, to 6 o'clock London time, 1 o'clock New York time, which is, I think, midnight your time on Saturday. So
it's just a thought process.
Right. And before we say we're going to move the show, we had to consult with you, Princess, because one, we'd have to tell the fans who are watching, and Princess left. And Princess is back.
Very much here.
All right. Now, so did that work for you? Because if it does, we would need to tell the fans that next week's show is later.
If you would have, this is only for next week.
No, forever. He wants to make it forever because he's very popular with the ladies of the afternoon.
When you say 6 o'clock London time, are we saying 6 a.m. or 6 p.m.?
6 p.m.
Oh, 6 p.m. is perfectly fine with me. I have no problem.
That's going to be like 11 o'clock or midnight your time.
Well, right now, 11 o'clock. In the later future, it'll be midnight. I am fine with that. I have absolutely no problem in doing that. Right. If you would have asked me 6 o'clock in the morning, I would have said, go do yourself the show.
No. I hope we're not at cross purpose. The suggestion is 6 p.m. London time, 11 p.m. Pakistan time.
Yes.
And roughly that works out to 1 p.m. where Stephen is.
Depending on which yacht he is on that time. But okay.
Is that reasonable for you?
Yeah, I'm as I said, anything
it's late. It's late for you. It's late on Saturday evening.
What are you talking about? What is late on Saturday at 11 o'clock?
No, the reason I'm asking, I don't know. The reason I'm asking is because Saturday commitments. Everyone has commitments on Saturday.
What time have we generally done our late night calls on the weekdays? Even are you talking about?
No, I understand, but I ask as a courtesy.
Enough with the courtesy.
If you have a vibrant social scene on a Saturday evening, it may not suit you. If you know what I mean.
It is perfectly fine.
Okay, I like Cigarland.
Now that I know.
Cigarland says, "Listen, let's just cut to the chase. It's 6 p.m. It's 6 versus 1800 hours." Yes, thank you.
Yes,
all right. So here's what we're doing, kids. Next week, the show is going to be at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, New York time, 6 p.m. London time, and you'll have to figure out what that is around
11 o'clock Pakistan time.
Okay, there you go. So we're going to change the show.
This helps me the best because this way I actually spend the entire day to my freedom. Right now, I was at one place. I had to rush home.
No, there you go. Good. So
rush out. So this way, it is perfectly fine with me.
Yeah, no. So if it helps us generally, it might not be a bad thing if Stephen is cool with it because
I just said I'm totally fine. So it's going to be 1 o'clock, ladies and gentlemen, New York time, which means all the fans that like to smoke with me, you won't be able to now on Saturdays, which I'm okay with that. I'll survive. So, and then Sunday is Cuban Cigar Day, so we're good. Okay, there we go. We have changed it. We are good. Congratulations. The show is being moved. We're going to miss all the fans that get up early, but you can always watch Wow, that means the rebroadcast and the podcast are all coming out on Sunday. I like it. All right, kids, there you go. The show's been moved to 1 o'clock on Saturday afternoons. In fact, we'll rebroadcast this one today at 1 o'clock, so you get used to the new time. So starting on the 24th of January, 2026, the show's time has changed. So we'll see everybody next week at that time. But this week we're here.
See you next week.
Yeah, see you next week. Don't forget to subscribe and like. Goodbye. No. Okay, this week we're here.
Bye-bye.
Hey, calm down, Popeye. This week we're just what the hell with this guy? Look at this guy. Comes in. It's a princess. Listen, pay attention, princess. We don't have all day.
Oh, really? I thought we have all day.
Well, we do, because I think AJ's coming back for another 5-hour show. After him, Aaron Sigmund will be joining us, and then God knows who comes after that. Anyway,
I don't need both of you. I can tackle the show myself. Bye.
Yeah, we figured as much. Sorry, you're a little.
It's not really a show. It's more of a fireside discussion.
That's right.
Oh,
you're just a little star fucker. Stop it. Anyway, so here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
We were discussing the Habanos Festival that's coming up, and here's the question. One, I understand 2 out of the 3 of us received an invite. Communist freaking bastards. So 2, Riz is not going because he's protesting because I didn't get my invite. We're going to go with that, Rizza. And 3, we understand that you're going because you're a suck up. So our question is to you: who do you think the Habanos Person of the Year is, other than myself?
Controversial topic to begin the show. Okay, I like that. Okay, now the question is: are we talking about the Habanos Man of the Year in the communications category, the business category, or the agriculture category?
No, forget the business, forget agricultural. The only reason my curiosity has been stirred.
Yeah. Something else has been stirred too, but we
There
don't
you
discuss
go.
it on there.
And I'm wondering who might win this year. Okay, so
Give me the choices and I will answer.
We just gave you the choices.
I put up my dream team, if you feel like it, on my story, which
Yes,
I don't
you
know
did.
if you saw, and if anyone hasn't seen it, they can go and see it on my Instagram story, right? Okay.
Can I see it now?
I don't know. You can't. I don't know if you can put it up on there.
It was
right?
it was AJ, it was Aaron Sigmund, it was Donald Trump, and there was one other person, I forget who it was.
Kirby Allison.
Kirby, stop it! He's never gonna win. Oh my God, that's the funniest thing I've heard all day.
This is just it. And the reason I ask Usman is Usman has. So the reason why I ask Usman is because Usman has been to the Habanos Festival last year. He's going this year.
Yeah, he's a sucker.
Usman is a very Usman is a very cigar world insider, outsider. Both.
Yeah, he's something.
Okay. He's able to take a macroscopic view and a microscopic view on these things. And Usman, and as I was talking to you about, well, there you go. You see, Raven is on. Raven thinks Alex Groom for sure deserves it, but Kirby will eventually win.
Yeah.
There you go. There's my Instagram story.
Hey, go ahead.
Right?
Go do that again, Guzman. Do that again. Put that up again, please. There you go.
Did you call Usman Guzman?
Yeah, whatever. Close enough. He's Pakistani. He doesn't know. Anyway, there we go. Thank you very much. Ruben, by the way, my friend, if you're in a country that actually has internet today and you need to come on the show to discuss this, send me a text on WhatsApp and I'll put you on. There you go. How's that?
You know, Ruben is smart enough to say right now, after what you've said, he will say, I'm not available.
Listen, I'm not the one who keeps calling him a spy, Rizza. And so I'm not a man of intrigue type of thing. You know what I'm saying? So
I didn't say spy. I said a man of intelligence. That could mean a lot of things.
Yeah, okay, let's not get carried away. So anyway, but yeah, so I don't know who's Alex Groom. Someone tell me.
So Alex Groom is the Australian chap who runs Cuban Cigar website and did the book. Usman, what's the name of the book?
El Habano Moderno.
El Habano Moderno. So Alex Groom is someone who has I think he's a tech guy, right? He's basically created an online and print directory of every Cuban cigar that he can find. That doesn't necessarily mean that every single thing is in there, but what he does endeavor to do is put all the information. If you want to create an encyclopedia of cigars, and I don't mean an encyclopedia in terms of information. Well, he's got it all actually. It is basically the Google of cigars. Is that reasonable, Usman? The Google of cigars?
Okay. So it is El Habano Moderno is a book that consists of any and every cigar from the Cuban world after the 2000s. Before the 2000s, it was Min Ron Nee's book, the encyclopedia of the pre-revolution or the post-revolution cigars. After 2000, it is El Habano Moderno, which covers any and every Cuban cigar that has been in production or available or not available, along with the information from the past as well. So that is one. The Cuban Cigar website has information prior to that, and practically anything and everything that has till date been produced or been found by Alex Groom and other directories and all of that. So that is what it is available. And practically anyone's and everyone's who's a serious Habanos person in terms of consumption or business or anything like that, this is the source of information even before Alex Groom did the El Habano Moderno. So people like me who were the subscribers to the very first backpacker edition, or the backer edition as they say, knew what Cuban Cigar website is, and we've been great about his thing. And as Walid says, it is the reference for Cuban cigars. Absolutely, Walid, you're right. And for people like Walid also says, what Alex did and the effort put to the cigars Habanos is huge. Kirby, on the other hand, I mean, he can't tell a Cohiba from a Jose Pedra. Walid, I have no difference of opinion with you in this case, so I will laugh to that.
Having said that,
wait, I'm not done yet. I had the floor. Okay. And Walid also says that it is not an invite but a ticket or buy a ticket. Yes, he's absolutely right. Habanos, I'm sorry if it might sound a little different, Habanos does not give invites to, I guess, even the president of Cuba. They want the money from them. So yes, it is a ticket. So buy both of you, and then definitely you should be there. And yeah, that is basically it. As far as the discussion on Alex and Kirby, both of you said, both of them have been nominated in the past 2 years for this award. Kirby was nominated the year before last, which was 2024, and Alex Groom was nominated in 2025. Unfortunately, both of them did not win the award, but hey, let's see what comes up. And you never know. This year, they might not even be the nominees, or they are the nominees, but not the winners, or the winners can't say anything.
So my only comment was, I am increasingly feeling this, yeah? This is not on Kirby or Alex or anyone, to be very honest with you, yeah? Is having a depthful knowledge of Cuban cigars a prerequisite? The reason why I ask this question is because Ombre Habano is about a communicator, okay? Now, a communicator is not someone who's at the end of their journey, it's someone who's on their journey to understand cigars, but more importantly, is communicating that journey, right? Okay. If you've never been on the Orient Express, you're allowed to make a program about being on the Orient Express because you're going somewhere on the Orient Express, if you know what I mean, right? Okay. So I don't think, to be very honest with you, I think it's, to be very honest, for all of you people out there who says that, for example, Kirby doesn't know his cigars, I think it's a very arrogant attitude, to be very honest with you. There is no one out there, if they're a top-class industry expert, then first of all, they don't particularly need to be Ombre Habano, and secondly, they're at the top of their game anyway. I got the impression that Ombre Habano is about someone who's communicating their enthusiasm or creating a business model that helps promote Cuban cigars. That's what it's about, right? Okay. And where they are on that journey,
It does matter.
That's a matter
No. Okay, so
well, now I've got the floor.
Yeah.
Got the floor. I heard you. So now I've got the floor, right? Okay. I wasn't that discourteous to you. I let you have it, right? So no, I wasn't. You said I've got the floor. I just shut up and sat very quietly, right? And my point is this: that in this particular instance, I think, and this is the point I was trying to make to Stephen before you came on. I think and suspect there's a great deal of snobbery that's getting into this industry. Yeah. Snobbery in terms of who feels who feels entitled enough to have an opinion. Everyone's got an opinion. And one of the things I'm understanding and enjoying is seeing people on their journeys now, how they get to where they get to. Okay, and the reason I asked this thing about who's going to be Ombre Habano, because I've seen, especially since the Cyprus event held by Phoenicia, that was the Punch event, that the proliferation of Instagrammers, social media people has really ramped up a lot, even the last year, and I'm wondering what effect that's going to have in Havana next month. That's all. And I have a feeling that these two people, Groom and Kirby Allison, pretty much in terms of communicate, and that's why I threw AJ Patel into the mix, and even Aaron Sigmund. I mean, these are sort of industry stalwarts. These are not people who necessarily, I mean, apart from Aaron Sigmund, who obviously wants everyone to know how accomplished he is and how many books he's written. Yeah,
and he doesn't scratch his balls.
Most of these people have been communicating for a long time about cigars, for a long time.
Okay.
And they are the reason why people like me know something about Cuban cigars. I mean, I've spoken Cuban cigars for a long time, but the education level has come from people like that. So whoever perpetuates that and whoever does it in a more broad and wide sense should be the winner, no?
Okay.
Yeah, but
you've said it. You said it. I need to.
My turn. My question is this to either one of you. One and a wildly direst 79. Yes, I know you don't get an invite. You just buy a ticket. I didn't buy a ticket, so it's just a joke. Relax. Number two, is it a popularity contest for this, or is it really the Habanos people go, this is the person who's really done X, Y, and Z? And because if you look at what we do, and we're never going to win this award, we promote, you guys, especially you, Riza, you promote Cuban cigars like they're your mistress. So if we're talking about someone who's promoting Cuban cigars 360 days a year, 24/7, it should go to you. I mean, if you were looking,
but I don't believe that's what I'm saying. I don't believe it's from that angle. I believe that the winner.
Can I actually share the technicality here, if you don't mind, both of you?
Please. This is why you're here.
Then thank you. Okay, first of all, since I was finishing Waleed's thought, so I will just share. First of all, for both of you, Waleed is a very dear friend, someone who actually knows a lot more in depth about cigars, is based in Abu Dhabi. So I know what he's saying and I understand what he's saying, and someone who has a very clear mind to speak. So it is very clearly said, and I agree with that part. I agree, but after you establish a record of that, he has been involved in cigars for 4 years, 0 track record. So I am sorry, I disagree with you. And yes, you can tell you now have an opinion. So I think we respect each other's opinions. And on the AJ part, he says, fun fact, AJ was never nominated. I wonder why. Now, before going into any of this discussion, there is a technicality which I would like to explain here. The Ombre Habano means Habanos Man of the Year or Habanos Woman of the Year. There are 3 different categories for anyone who doesn't understand. One is the category of communications, the other one is business, and the third one is agriculture. So far, the track record says that the agriculture category is always given to someone from Cuba who's involved in the plantations, the agriculture, or something like that in this case. The second category, which is the business category or the merchant category, is where you are nominated because of the amount of business you do and generate and how effective you are in the business world, and then you go into that category. So when you're talking of AJ, for example, AJ has, in my opinion, better chances to win the Ombre Habano from a merchant and the business category than the communications category, purely from a perspective that the communications category is all about how well do you communicate and how wide your spectrum is. And the fact that Kirby was nominated or Alex Groom was nominated is because of the far um, wider audience they've captured in terms of communicating about the Cuban cigars and everything on that angle. Uh, so the fact that somebody has to be accomplished, I think in the business category, yes, it matters. In the communications category, it might not matter that much, and that is why the nomination for Kirby was there. Because even despite the fact that he's been into cigars or promoting cigars for last 4 or 5 years only. So,
Okay, I have a question though. I have a question, and Ruben is typing so you can read what he says after.
he said it somewhere already.
I also think most people think Kirby's a joke. The people I talk to that are from the industry think he's a joke. Like we talked, he makes great documentaries, but they think he's a joke. So I'm going to move that out. Kirby, I love you, but just FYI. So here's my question: to be nominated for the communication side, how does, like, if I want to nominate Riza, who just disappeared again? How do you nominate Riza then for
It is Habanos.
communication? Yeah, how do you do that?
Hang on.
It is-
The reason
it
I
is a-
keep this, hang on. The reason I keep disappearing is I've got JeanMarie desperately trying to
Tell him to come on the show then.
call me. So I can't answer the call and be
Okay.
on the show because I'm on the phone. So if one of you could very kindly message him or say,
I don't have his WhatsApp, right? Send him a link. Usman has it. Usman, take care of this for us, please. Tell him to come on the show. Thank you. Anyway, so while that's happening, while Usman's doing that, and it's taking a while, so we apologize, JeanMarie, because Usman's slow. So how do you get nominated then, or who nominates you? Is it the Habanos people in general, or do they send a ballot out to people? How does that work? Don't anybody jump in?
So basically, what happens is that Habanos nominates it. What I understand so far is it's the impact of the communication or the impact of business that you create for them defines them that okay, you come to that level, and then that's how it works.
Right.
So it is a hardcore Habanos thing. As Ruben says, that the reason I think Kirby will be considered is the simple fact that he has been given an open door in Habanos to document what they do, the way Habanos wants it. No one said he's knowledgeable. On the other hand, Alex Groom has done what no one has done in recent times. Alex is the best resource of our time. He has done what no one has already done, and I totally agree with that in this one.
There you go. So then why isn't Alex winning? Is it a popularity contest, or is it like, oh, because Kirby's, like, here, Kirby, come do stuff because you make documentary type programming. And so it seems like it's just it's a circle jerk. It's just a reach around. It's like a waste. It doesn't mean anything, or does it really mean something? Anytime somebody wants to jump to that one. Yeah, to what point? Is it a circle jerk? Does it mean anything? It doesn't mean anything. All right, great. He's typing, ladies and gentlemen, on the podcast.
Boys, you want me to get JeanMarie here or no?
Yeah, sure.
I am doing 2-3 things at the same time, so just relax.
So Ruben says Alex hasn't won because he hasn't kissed anybody's ass. That makes sense. All right, now I get what kind of an award it is. All right, not a big deal. I'm good with that. Thanks, Ruben.
Ultimately, what I was steering the discussion towards,
Yes.
which again is an opinion, it's a throwaway opinion. Everyone has opinions here, right? Okay.
Right.
Is that I believe it's a very, it's a market-driven award.
Okay.
Whoever's got the highest reach or most influence and has a potential to increase it is going to get the award, in my opinion.
Okay. But you
And
move markets in London.
I suspect that because Alex Groom's work is encapsulated in a website and a book, and I'm sure there'll be more books, etc. I suspect that Alex Groom can probably win that award next year or the year after or the year after that. I think it might go to Kirby because Kirby produces a very standardized product of documentary that can be done again and again and again and again. And you can jump in, jump out and watch these. They're very educational. And he gets a tremendous following for it. So I suspect that on a commercial level, the Kirby reach is further. That's my understanding, because the Kirby reach goes beyond cigars. It goes to cigar lifestyle, cigar community, cigar world, cigar places. It goes further. The Alex Groom one is very specific. It's very, it's sort of intellectually based. There's intellectual capital there. It's all about researching cigars, and it can win at any time, to be very honest. So I suspect that right now, because the Kirby wave is high, I think it may go in the Kirby direction. That's my feeling. It's just a feeling.
Right. But here's the thing.
It's got nothing to do with how much he knows or how much he doesn't know.
Right. Well,
it's really a commercial. It's a commercial decision. We back this horse because the horse is gonna.
Yeah, because it helps sell product. I got that part. So basically, it's a bullshit award because it really, in my opinion, and I'll never be nominated, and and the Habanos people probably never want me to show up at their festival, and that's fine as well. But I think it needs to go to someone who has knowledge of the industry, who moves the market. And you, Rizza, and I'm not trying to nominate you because I'm not kissing anybody's ass, actually move a market. When you tell people what cigar you're smoking, it sells out.
I tell them what. No, I don't do that. I tell them what not to smoke.
Right. But you also say, I smoke this whatever, and then 2 days later, there's none of those left. So you actually do more than these other guys.
No. That's very nice of you to say that. But we and I, we're not in the same league. We're here as kind of disruptors. We like to say what we want to say. We're kind of your average. Well, at least I consider myself an average cigar smoker with a long history of cigar smoking. Yeah. But if you ask me about vitolas, so fucking what? Yeah, I don't know. If you ask me about ring gauges, so fucking what? You ask me about brands, and I'll have some interesting stories about the histories of brands, etc., etc. The great thing about this show, the great thing about this collective is we'll say things out loud that other people may be thinking, or we will prod and poke. Yeah. This is not, I don't believe that in any sense, at least we do not fit this, we do not fit the template of one of these nominees in any sense, because they're looking for strong, stable, influencers or communicators of cigars. That's what they're looking for. Someone who's got a stable body of work. Your show, this show is a stable body of work.
Right.
My work is not stable. It's whatever I feel like doing. I'm not in the industry. I'm part of the cigar world, but I'm not in the industry. What the rage from the bottom, the contempt in the talk, and the disgrace in the top left. College enjoyments. Whatever that is, I didn't understand.
Anyway.
It is one of those lovely fans who was there last time also, who's new to the show, doesn't know what we do, and says last time who was of the opinion that I'm the one who creates a lot of fuss. Today he's or she is saying the rage from
the guy on the left.
The talker. Steven, I like that one.
There you go. Anyway, listen, welcome to the show. Thanks for watching. If you don't like
Thanks for watching. Exactly.
Okay. Anyway, so I get what this is.
I think this is one of the waiters at that steak shop, that steak restaurant that pissed off last week. I think that's who that is. Anyway.
Well, then it's going to be past his bedtime next week when we change the time of the show. Anyway, so I get what it is, and we've said this, and I don't mean to be disrespectful to Kirby, but I kind of do. His stuff is wonderful. His stuff is like National Geographic without the tits and the ladies. I love it. His stuff is great. I love it. But when you talk to people in the industry, they don't they're just they use him like a pawn. And that's good, I guess. But there's no, we respect him. We love him. You talk to people and they're all like, I had cigars last Sunday with someone who is like, this guy's a knob. And I'm like, okay. I mean, I've never heard anybody say how wonderful Kirby is. I've heard opposite, but they all like his production. So if that's what this award is, it's just to promote Habanos. And it's, to your point, something stable and to make it look nice and whatever, then Kirby should win hands down. all day long. That's how it's full stop. That's it. If that's all it is, it's a reach around award. Great. That's how I look at it.
Who knows what it
You
is?
wouldn't
The powers that be know where their awards.
And see, gentlemen, I have a slightly different point of view on this one.
Okay.
Purely from the perspective that 2 years ago, the lady who won the award and Kirby didn't, clearly showed that they valued someone who was knowledgeable,
good,
someone who has done enough to communicate and in a much sustainable and longer format, and something which really means a lot of information and knowledge and business from that perspective. So the lady who is an editor at there's a magazine or a cigar magazine called Cigars Connect or L'Amateur Connect, as Laura says it, from France. She's a lady who's not done much on the social media or the internet kind of things, but the magazine has a subscription and she's been doing that for almost 2 decades.
Wow.
So real knowledge, real information, and real talk of cigars and information and education of cigars was done. And she was awarded. Unfortunately, Kirby did not win that year. Last year, Kirby was not even nominated, and Alex Groom got nominated because by that time, El Habano Moderno really had a lot of influence and buzz and availability. But the Alex who won the award, which is Alex Tipic or Alex Cigar Dandy, has been doing and marketing Habanos for the last, again, more than almost 2 decades.
Wow.
Has done a lot of things in terms of knowledge, in terms of education, and in terms of communication. So I think it is a mix of both, not only who can just dish out the information to most. So there is definitely in both years I can see, because if you say technically in Alex Groom and Alex CR Dandy, this difference last year was that, again, in Alex Groom's case, he has done a best work, an absolutely great website and all that stuff. But that is, again, information available. The utilization is yet to come in a few years, and people are going to get aware of that more in a later years. And most of it has happened because of the social media now recently. I had the chance and pleasure of sitting with Alex Groom in a detailed conversation in December 2024. And I said to him, I mean, he was like, I have actually created social media purely because my publisher asked me to do so. Because he's someone who's very much bogged down into his work. He takes pride in his work and not being a marketer out there. So I think last year, out of the choice of someone who's knowledgeable and someone who's knowledgeable as well as able to communicate to the rest of the world, the one who had both the ticks got the award. So nothing to take anything away from Alex Groom or Kirby, but this is how it has worked in the last 2 years as I see it.
So wait a minute. Why don't we have Alex Groom come on the show then?
We can definitely request Alex to come on the show. Why not?
Can I ask you a question?
Have you ever stopped asking me from a question? Even if I'm saying no.
If you have a communicator, okay, who knows nothing about cigars, let's say just a hypothetical, who knows nothing about cigars, but has global reach and global audience, and is able to show them what cigars are in fashion, where they're smoked, lounges, people, lifestyle. Is that person deserving, and they've got global reach, is that person deserving of an award? Well, I would say, I can even answer my own question. I would say at least...
No, I will answer. You asked me the question, I will answer.
No. It's a rhetorical question. It's a self-answer. I would say at least they're entitled to a shout, okay? And I suspect on that level, someone I'm not advocating anyone, by the way. This is just a discussion to the air, right? The fact that Kirby got a nomination last year, was it last year or the year before? I think he got a nomination the year before. In the sense, means he's at least someone there in the Habanos hierarchy thinks he's in for a shout. Yeah. Right.
Mhm.
Okay. Now, everyone may have an opinion on how much he knows or he doesn't know. Right. And I'm not making this about Kirby. I'm just trying to get to the mechanics of reverse engineering, the mechanics of what's going on in their brains to give someone an award. That's all I was interested in.
Okay, so my response to this is, if I am the one awarding the award, I would always value knowledge over global reach, because that way I can actually tomorrow, if bump into the person, may be able to learn something and actually get something out of it, rather than just watch a video and look into that. So that's how I will see it. But if we look into the overall general scheme of things, people who get to learn more about cigars and knowledge and videos they see because of the global reach might be interested, and or the only ones who know because of that person would be inclined toward that. So it's a situation where you don't have absolute exact.
There's place for everyone, but the thing is, this proliferation of New World cigars that have taken off, massively taken off, is to entice the youngest cigar smoking community into cigars, right? I'm talking sort of like 21 to 35-year-olds, right? Okay. Mm-hmm. And what I've seen in the last 2 or 3 years, very specifically in the last 2 or 3 years, is cigars become a very lifestyle activity. Mm-hmm. That it's you may say there are serious cigar players. You may say that there are people who know their cigars inside out, whether it's Cuban cigars or not. You get that, and people who smoke long enough or smoke enough cigars come to that place. But when it comes to business, it's all about capturing the younger audience, right? And the younger audience absolutely is swayed by social media, is swayed by YouTube, is swayed by the allure of wanting to be part of a certain world or a community or a lifestyle or whatever it may be. Yeah, okay? These glamorous events that you have, these Habanos events, whether it's in Cyprus or whether it's in Dubai or London, whatever, the social media is very, very, very fucking strong. And it's strong in order to send a message out there that this is the allure that you want from your cigar smoking experience, okay? And whether if you can have it by coming to these events, you can have it by smoking a cigar on your own and feeling very important. You can do it in any way. But the communication part of it, and coming back to the Ombre Habano for communication, I wasn't really talking about the merchant side or the agricultural side at all, yeah? What I find very interesting is that it is a race for accessibility to a global audience. That's all it is. And so I personally think the one who's winning that kind of race is Kirby, to be honest. So even if you know nothing about cigars and you're sitting in, I don't know, Australia or in India or whatever, and you see a Kirby Allison video showing, this is the lounge that's open in Monte Carlo, or this is the lounge that's in London, and this is the gentleman's suit maker of choice whilst you're smoking, all that kind of stuff. It brings people from another part or another interest level into the world of cigars. And it's not that I like it, but I see the value of it.
Okay, wait. So I have to share. So Balid has been very kind. He's shared something very interesting, and I would like to read it the same way. Number one, Ombre Habano is not a Grammy award. It's a lifetime achievement award. You are Ombre Habano for life, and you have contributed immensely to Cuban cigars. People like Alejandro Rubaina, Edward Sahakian, Jasim, Alex Dandy, they've spent half, if not full of their lives. Muhibbi, who is also a merchant since 1980s, Something for Cigars just won it last year only, which is fair. For someone who just dropped from selling ties and shoe polish, this is a fact, into cigars 4 years ago, what he did was commendable, but he was paid to do it by hunters. His knowledge in any respect or aspect of cigars, whether cigars themselves, production or agriculture, is below negligible. And I can pay and send Christian Ampor to Havana for 3 years in a row with her production crew. Does that make her a Ombre Habano? That's a fair question to ask.
There you go. And the man that can answer, it's right here.
There he is.
There he is, JeanMarie, JM. How you doing?
Hi guys. How are you? How's it going? I'm getting
Jean-Marie's head must have been exploding here in all this.
Yeah, I mean it's very interesting. If I can say a couple of things, if I may.
Please.
Don't forget.
Hello, JeanMarie.
Yeah.
How are you?
Hello.
I know these boys want you to be. I know these boys want you to be at work right straight away. For the courtesy demands that we say hello, welcome you to the show, and then seek your guidance and opinion on the facts.
Usman's slowing down the pace.
Yeah, thanks for slowing us the show.
I thought I already said that, but it seems I got the audio anyway. Hello, how are you, Steven? Are you feeling well? Lisa, I love you. Usman, you're the greatest.
Oh, wow, you made us whole day. Yeah. There you go.
Can I speak now?
Yeah, please.
Yes, you sir, sure.
Please.
Don't forget that the whole thing of Habanos, Hombre or whatever the ladies are called, it's a marketing issue. It's a marketing trick or marketing strategy or whatever you want to call it. So that's the important part. Whether Stephen and Reza are not going to Habanos, I'm not going to the Habanos Festival. I haven't been going for a few years because it is got the T-shirt. I mean, how many plantations I'm going to see, and how many times I'm going to visit the Laguito factory and the Partagás factory, and have breakfast. Anyway, so, well, I mean, personally, it's a bit of a chore taking 3 planes to get there. I mean, me and the guys, we don't call it the Habanos Festival. We call it the narcissist convention. So if I mean, if this is what rings your bell, I mean, fine. One thing that I noticed, obviously the audience changes, and lately it's new people. It's people who are new to cigars. Maybe they are 2 years old. Maybe they are 5 years old. I don't know. Maybe they are 10 years old. The latest Habanos Festival had some luminaries in there, and that's it. They didn't go again. So that's on the part of the Habanos Festival. On the other part that you were talking about the Ombre Habanos, they have a very simple trick for the Ombre Habanos to select the person. They put all the names in a bowler hat, and they bring a 9-year-old and they tell him to pick up a name. And this is how they choose the Ombre Habanos. I mean, why guys are you complicating life? It's a very simple process. So it's all potluck, whether you become or you don't become. And with all due respect to the award, I mean, I don't know. Again, we fall into narcissism. I know that you get 1 box of cigars of your choosing for life, and the people who got it, I don't know. I guess they are very happy, and I'm very happy that they are very happy. That's about it. Anyway, Osman, I finished my speech.
And Usman, he did say that you were wonderful, because that's at JeanMarie, and out of everything you just said, which is spot on, that's the only thing he's going to remember after the show is that you said he was wonderful. That's it, just so we're clear.
Of course. I mean, it's a big compliment coming from JeanMarie if he says that. So thank you very much. Okay.
Well,
Urs says hello, JeanMarie. Other than Alex, Kirby, who do you think can get nominated?
Yeah, hang on. Sorry to interrupt you, Osman. And the reason why I interrupt you because I will forget. So before I forget, Alex Vroom or Groom or Broom or whatever his name is not the man who did the archive of Habanos. It is another gentleman for whom Alex, I mean, this is what he says, it's not coming from me. He was the computer guy who took the information from the cigar merchant, his friend or he knew him, and translated it into digital data. This is how it started. Alex had nothing got to do with cigars. He didn't even smoke the cigars. He needs a haircut, but that's another story. And he translated the data into digital. And one thing led to the other. And the other gentleman started growing old and got fed up. And he told him, you know what, you take it over. So they had this website called FOH, Friend of Habanos. And it has a monkey with a fez hat. And I always thought, what the hell has the monkey got to do with cigars? But I guess you have to be monkeys to smoke cigars. But that's another story. Friend of Habanos is a website which is still alive. And it is handled by Alex Groom. So sorry to interrupt you, Osman. Where is Osman?
Will be back because now it's not all about him.
Very much here. I heard completely. It is nothing to do, to interrupt. You've actually raised a very interesting point that yes, that is how the Cuban cigar website itself started. But the fact that it did not stay there and then he became the kind of owner of that website initially would have stayed the same way. The fact that he translated it into or combined it into the form of a book, which went to the booksellers, I think that is something, the cigar smokers, is something which has made him kind of in that space where people see him as someone who can educate. And now he's going and doing a lot of work in terms of bringing in that knowledge by going into places where he can find a lot of those discontinued or older cigars. So I agree with that fact. Having said that, it is not a 2 years thing that he has been doing. He's been doing it for some time as well. So that's the thing that I would say. I agree with you. It was never about cigars and the knowledge part was not there. But today, if you talk to Alex Groom, yes, his knowledge and everything is of an impeccable level where he can share things.
I have a question for you, Osman.
Yes.
For the Ombre Habanos, from all the people who have been named Ombre Habanos,
yes.
Is there any one of them who is commercially oriented like Alex Groom? What I'm trying to say is if tomorrow Habanos give the award to Alex Groom, it means that they are supporting Alex Groom sales of the book. And this is something that, according to me, they won't do. And my question is, and I'm not going to bother and check all the Ombre Habanos, but is there any one of them which has a commercial face?
Yes.
I don't think so, but I might be mistaken.
Yes. See. What's the name of the gentleman? Raza. Oh shit, man! It just skipped my mind. Oh no! Wait.
There's a guy called Shitman.
It is my own brain. The brain fog part. So you know.
Describe it.
Nick Fawkes. Wait. Nick Fawkes. Nick Fawkes has been awarded as the Ombre Habano.
Nick Fawkes is a writer.
Yeah, exactly. He's a writer. So Alex Groom has also been nominated only once he wrote the book, not because he's been looking after the website for the last God knows how many years. combined it in the form of a book and a proper thing now, which has some meaning to it. That is when he got noticed or nominated. And that is a commercial interest. Nick Fawkes is a writer. That's a commercial interest. Even Kirby being nominated, what he's doing is practically it's his YouTube channel which gets promoted, and he gets money out of that.
So the difference is that Kirby is considered a Habanos person. When he was commissioned, he was commissioned by Habanos to write about Cohiba, about Behique history, and about Trinidad. It is not. Kirby didn't decide to travel to Havana and film and make those documentaries. Yes. He was officially commissioned by Habanos. So he is a Habanos person. Nick Fawkes is not a Habanos person. The lady you talked about is not a Habanos person. Alex Groom is not a Habanos person, although he come quite close to it with his book about Habanos. But you know, I mean, you like Kirby, you don't like Kirby is irrelevant. But he is considered one of the gang. Now, who's going to get it? I honestly have no idea. And frankly, I don't give a monkey.
That's a different story that you don't give a monkey. Ruben here says, Alex put it in print and came up with the resource that exists today. They aren't certifying his book, but it's that good of a resource. That is true on Ruben's part. And Walid says, people like Ajay Patel, Alex Groom, Gino, who have spent decades promoting and not Ombre Habano, so he should put it in the work persistently and prove that it is not just a stint, that he can be nominated. This is, I guess, regarding Kirby.
Listen, if a comedian can be president of a country, why shouldn't Alex Groom get an award?
So, that's exactly what I was referring to say. Stephen will not like this comment and this shaying off the president.
No, I didn't mean this gentleman. I meant another one.
He's talking about the guy.
Trump was not an actor. And anything you say about Trump, at the end of the day, you cannot say that the guy is an idiot. He got there because he has some brain cells which are stronger than ours.
Yeah. Agreed.
You like him, you don't like him, that's another story.
That I totally agree with you.
And the nice part is when he does invade Cuba and I become the Cuban cigar czar, I'll be the one controlling the cigars. So it's good thing that we're all friends.
Yeah, right.
I mean, you get no cigars. Like if Seinfeld's no soup for you, no cigars for you. So you can have New World only. Good luck.
The only worry is that it gets more expensive. Cigars get more expensive.
Well, we talked last week.
This is I mean, I've checked a couple of countries, 2-3 countries, and they are out of stock.
Yeah. Well, we talked last week.
They're out of stock, and then you have this. What's his name? The Chinese guy, the Gen Z, or whatever his name is.
Oh, the guy that got arrested.
He has 51%. Well, let me rephrase. He allegedly has 51% of Habanos.
Mm-hmm.
And the U.S. had what do you call it, injunction, and they want to sue him for trafficking in bitcoins and mining bitcoins and stuff like that.
We talked about that last week, and part of what we talked about last week was also that Venezuela oil now is not going to be flowing to Cuba. That's going to cause a disruption in the cigar market as well.
Of course,
that's going to be something.
And they are already in dire straits. But the idea is to throw the book at this guy. People are not asking one single simple question. Where is he?
Riza he had to take a call, so he'll try to come back on as soon as he can, and if not, it's just the three of us.
No, the chap that had a Bitcoin issue with the US has a Bitcoin issue. Where is he now?
Oh, in China, as they say.
Exactly. What is he doing in China?
I have no freaking idea.
Just think about it.
Mhm.
He is
Oh,
wanted. He is wanted by the West,
Yes.
and he's in China.
Well,
And he has 51%. And he has 51%. You have to understand the way Chinese do business.
He
The way
was
Chinese do
wanted-
business.
wanted by
The way
Chinese
Chinese do business is ghosting. You will not find out who runs the show. You will never find out who runs the show. And this guy does not run the show. He's sitting there in a very nice villa in China somewhere. And he's been demonized that, he's the most awful thing that was created after Adam and Eve. So, unfortunately, very unfortunately, what you see, what you hear, what you read, you have to read what's not there.
Right.
What you read is utter rubbish. Why did they omit X and Y and Z? And you'll get the answer. It's simple.
Fair enough.
Anyway, sorry. Also, where is Osman? He's not here.
I'm very much
We're
here. Very much
going
here.
to take an important phone call from these Thai massage suits lady. Apparently, they have to see if the rabbit's going to live. So he'll be back next week when we change the show time. The show next week will be 6 p.m. London time, 1 o'clock New York time. We're changing it so visitors have
Hang on. That means it will be 10 p.m. Dubai time.
Yes, sir. So the rebroadcast will be later in the day.
No. 11 p.m. So next week it is going to be 11
It's 4 hours difference, Osman.
Yeah, it'll be 10 o'clock.
It's 4 hours these days with you?
Yeah, it's 4 hours.
Okay.
Ask me, I'm still jet lagged. Yesterday I woke up 11:30 a.m.
Oh, wow.
Before yesterday 11. I'm still jet lagged.
Oh my God.
I never was so for so many days. I was gonna say years, but probably years jet lagged.
Well, the good thing is I'll give you enough time to rest up for next week. So, I think, so Ismail, when is the Habanos Festival? Because we're talking about it, and we're talking about Kirby and all these other people.
February.
It is always the last week of February. So
Last week of February.
Yeah. So in this year's case, it is going to be 23rd of February till the 27th of February.
Very nice. Okay.
The more interesting, to be honest.
It's just you and me, big guy. Everybody else left.
Yeah, that's
There
how
you
it
go.
was always.
That's how it usually is. Everybody else left.
See, people only stay when they are consistent. Now,
Yeah, well,
there
JM's
is-
probably his stuff probably died. Rizza had to go. He had to take an urgent phone call from his lady boy to get a massage. So he'll be back next week. So
I have
but
no
anyway,
idea. I have no idea what this new fan of ours is writing and on
I don't
what.
think he has an idea either. So just let him write. So we let him enjoy. That's what they like to do. They like to enjoy.
Yeah, sorry. I don't know what's cut off. What I was trying to say is, if it is the first time that you ever go to Cuba and you are interested in cigars and then yes, it is a nice thing to do. But going there more than one time, and I know Osman is having fun because he has got many friends that he's gonna meet over there, which is enough as a reason. I personally, here it is. I personally would favor going to Amigos de Partagás. When is it?
In July.
In July 6 or something like that. And this year is going to be the 20th anniversary. It's a completely different crowd.
Yes, I heard that.
Although, I was going there last year, and then we had a wedding that we had to attend, so we had to travel somewhere. So I couldn't go to Italy. But this year I'll do my best to go there. Osman was thinking about it. I think we talked about it last year, didn't we? And you said that you wanted to go or something like that.
Yeah, but I couldn't get the time, and that was like a lot of business pressure, so I wasn't able to. Let's see about this year.
Yeah, I mean, this year the only reason is the 20th anniversary. So maybe they put up a nice celebration of some kind.
I hope so. And I hope I can make it. So why not?
I thought Osman disappeared. It's Riza who disappeared.
It's Raza. No, I'm very much here. It's Raza who's disappeared.
Yeah, Riza, like you said, no, his lady boy showed up to give him a massage, so he's got to take that. It's very important.
Oh, okay.
That's why we're moving the show next week and forward to 6 o'clock London time.
Well, you are perfectly right. You don't want to disturb massage sessions of Riza.
Well, God forbid you would do that. That's just crazy.
This would be sacrosanct. You can't do that.
Yeah, you can't do that. No. But yeah, we'll get there.
Yeah. I liked very much your smoke, your latest smoke, Osman.
Yes, you did.
With the Salomones. Do you know that it has a checkered history?
No, I don't. Please share.
Originally, it was a pure Partagás cigar.
Okay.
Then it went out of fashion and was, not discontinued, but there wasn't any production happening.
Okay.
And without naming names, someone decided that this is a good idea and started producing Salomones under the name, the brand, the box of Partagás, but they were not official Habanos cigars. So that's the second version. The third version, someone else, after a few years, someone else decided to redo the fakes. So that's the third version. And then the fourth version onward is the genuine stuff. So you said you had a 214 or 216 Salomones. What was the year?
No, 6 years old, 2019.
6 years old, you are in the safe zone.
Yeah. This was a La Casa del Habano edition, which is the newer one, with the red.
Yeah. So you are in the safe. How was it?
I loved it. So I was lucky to get a box at that time. This was the last one from that box, and I loved it. Every time I've had this, I've loved it. And out of the two Salomones now in the current production, one being this and the other being Cuaba, I personally like this much more than the Cuaba Salomones.
This is a better cigar.
Yes, absolutely. Any given day, it is a better cigar.
And the Partagás Salomones is the best Salomones.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Any given day.
I have unbanded. Originally, it was unbanded.
I've heard that.
I think it's on my website. Unbanded.
Yes, I'm seeing
I don't know, Stephen. I can't see. Are you following me, Stephen, on Instagram?
I think so. If not, after the show, what's up me and I'll follow it to you.
I'll send you the bill.
Yeah, please.
So yeah, that is the best. The only problem, my problem, it's gonna take you 2 hours.
Depends.
Well, if you have fast smoker, 145.
I finished it in say around 1.5 hours.
Gosh, that was fast.
I was a fast smoker that day. I know. I agree with you. Generally, I also take around 1 hour, 45 minutes, 40 minutes. but this time it was much fast. So yes, I guess
How
the cold out the weather outside was also one of the reasons that I wanted to finish early.
how long for a double Corona?
For me,
Yeah.
1.5 hour maximum. That is
Yeah, one
maximum.
and a half hour. Salomones is gonna hit 2 or just under 2. You
Yeah,
are very fast.
yeah. So when I'm taking my sweet time, double Corona is 1.5 hours, and a Salomones is quarter to 2 hours types or 2 hours types things. But this time it was 1.5 hours for this. And when I rush,
It's been ages.
yeah.
It's been ages I didn't smoke a Salomones.
Oh,
Even near double Corona. Yeah, well, last double Corona I smoked was in summer, in June or July. That was the last double Corona. But I enjoyed it. It was a naked Lusitania around
oh,
1980. Oh, God. Someone asked me a couple of days ago, why don't you smoke or try New World? And I said, if you are accustomed to a particular food, to a particular perfume, to a particular cigar, to a particular type of wine, it is difficult at my age to change into something. I feel comfortable with this bottle of wine, with this type of food, with this type of cigars. Why would I want to change? I'm not saying it's better or worse. I mean, millions or thousands or millions are smoking New World, and they love it. It doesn't. But I am happy with what I'm smoking. Why would I want to change?
I totally get that, and that totally makes sense. I mean that's each
We
to
lost
their own.
we lost JeanMarie again. So with that, kids, we're going to say thank you, JeanMarie. Thank you to Riza. Don't forget, next week the show is at 1 o'clock New York time, 6 p.m. London time, and the rest of you can figure out wherever it is in your spot of the world. We will see you there. We'll rebroadcast the show late on Saturday nights then, and the podcast will still go out on Sunday. And kids, that's it. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Thank you for joining the show, and we'll be back next week. Have a wonderful day, and we'd like to thank all our guests. Cheers, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Don't forget to subscribe and like.
Closing credits.